Hello everyone. My name is Professor Deathkiller, but most people just call me Death. And this is part 1 of my series in teaching you Black Slang 101, or also called Legacy Words. Now there's plenty of material to cover in this course, but today we'll only be covering chapters 1 and chapters 2, so make sure to tune in for future lessons of this course to better understand legacy words and their origins. It's also important to try and follow along and take notes during the video, as trying to understand legacy words can be quite difficult to understand based purely off of memory. Now let's start with a formal definition of Cuddy. Cuddy means black slang and a derivative of the word cousin to sound less threatening in an otherwise non-threatening situation. But what does this mean? And how can I implement this legacy word into my own conversations? Well, let's find out together. To start, let's look at a more familiar word such as homie, so we can better understand where we're coming from. The word homie itself is not particularly the important part, but the IE at the end of the word is what makes the word so influential. Since we know that homie is a derivative of homeboy, we can deduce that the IE at the end of the word is used to make the word sound less threatening to diffuse the situation, potentially even making the situation turn around in your favor. To further understand where I'm coming from, let's work with an example. Let's say that we have two people in a conversation. The person on the left is depicted as a Caucasian white male, unfamiliar with the teachings of legacy words, such as yourself. The person on the right, however, is depicted as an African American male from a poor urban neighborhood. When not practicing legacy words, the person on the left will speak in a condescending tone, and the person on the right will respond accordingly. This is what is to come when not practicing the use of legacy words in the real world. Now let's say the person on the left understands and practices the use of legacy words daily. The following statement is friendly and enticing to the person on the right, creating an irreplaceable bond between the two. This is the correct way to practice the use of the word homie in everyday life and is an easy way to make a quick friend. Now that we understand how to use homie efficiently, we can swap out the derivative for Cuddy and find our results as follows. The following statement is not appealing whatsoever to the person on the right and may even come off as offensive. This kind of language is not effective when communicating with African Americans that practice legacy words. However, instead of just replacing the word with Cuddy, we can spice things up by adding additional dialogue. Instead of just saying, "What up, Cuddy?" we now say, "All good in the hood, Cuddy." And surely the response is met with a standing ovation from the person on the right. Not only is this the correct use of legacy words, but is also the beginning of a bustling friendship between the two. So what did we learn today on the topic of legacy words? We learned that black slang relies on the simplicity of words, and creating words that are easier to pronounce or say can not only change the entire meaning of the word, but also the thoughts and feelings of those around us. Thanks for sticking around to learn legacy words with me. The next lesson I'll plan on talking about will be chapters 3 and 4. Hope you stick around to listen.